Hey, how's it going, guys? I'm just gonna make another video real quick. I had a couple of you guys asking me some questions about how, like, if you had a girlfriend, how that would work out. Um, so I'm just gonna go into a little bit of detail on that one. Let me scoot back. I feel like I'm way too close. Okay, so um, I actually did go through basic with a girlfriend. Uh, I at that point I think we'd been together for 2 years, and we were really close before we hung out like every single day. So it was kind of hard. Well, I'll talk about first off, like how we said goodbye. We went down there to MEPS, and uh, I basically we were going through all the processing and stuff. There was like a night before where I got dropped off. You get dropped off at a hotel first, and you stay the night there, and then you go to MEPS like 4 in the morning or whatever, really early, so that way you can get all processed in. But so yeah, got down there and. Just she drove with me on the way there, and it was just like tear fest. It's pretty sad. Had my family there too, and it was just like, all right, guys, The thing with it though is that it wasn't the last time I'd see him. Like I had to get dropped off at the hotel, and then they came down to MEPS the next morning, and so it was the second to last time I saw him, and it was pretty sad still. I mean, like I hugged my parents goodbye, and then girlfriend was crying on me and stuff. It's pretty sad, pretty sad. But after that was over, I just kind of just focused on military. It was kind of hard. I mean, going through the night, just thinking like, man, this is what it feels like, just sitting in your in your hotel room for free and hanging out with other military guys. It's kind of crazy. It just kind of hit me that it's like this is growing up. You gotta take some sacrifice. Can't see my girlfriend. Anyway, woke up the next morning, went to MEPS, everything was good, and sat in the chairs waiting. Had to wait to get processed in, and it took like 3 4 hours or whatever. But I was waiting for them to show up, and eventually they did. And it's pretty crazy. We just sat around and waited. They were all super tired because they'd been up the night before, and it was early in the morning. And just sat there and was holding my girlfriend. And yep, eventually went through all the processing stuff. Had to keep getting called back into different offices and had to wait for my name to be called and stuff like that. And eventually it was that time. It was like, all right, well, we swore in or whatever, and we took a video of it, and they're like, all right, well, this is where you say goodbye, parents and whoever. We'll see you later. And so I had to like quick. I had to say goodbye to my parents, and I was one of the last ones in there saying goodbye to people. Everyone else was already sitting down, and got to my girlfriend, and I just gave her a hug. She just burst out in tears, and I almost did too, but I didn't. Uh, but it was freaking sucked. So I said goodbye to her, and then that was it. Off on the BMT train, got to basic. Basically flew there or whatever. Got off at the airport. Got to call my mom. Say, hey, I'm here at the airport. I'm going through basic. It's gonna happen. Goodbye. Hung up, and that was all we could say. And then it was freaking. We're on your own. Showed up at the basic, and it was. Anyway, this was supposed to be about girlfriends. I'm freaking going into too much detail here, but so first week started coming around. We were sitting there waiting to be able to send letters, but there was a couple guys on our flight who took some extra initiative, and they decided that they should write their boyfriend and girlfriend um, for every single night. So here we are, not even able to write letters yet. These people are staying up after hours writing. Oh, I'm up, sneaking up here to write you this letter. I love you so much. It's really rough here. Our MTI's mean. Blah blah blah. Writing all this stuff, and then guess who found it? First off, they kept it in the most stupid spot. You have the wall lockers or whatever. They kept it right there in the fucking. You open the wall locker and you're like, there's 4 notes. It was retarded. ridiculous. And so he saw that and he read them all and called us into the day room, and then he read them all to us. And it's pretty funny though, because there's this black guy in there, and he was him and his girlfriend have been dating for a while, and he fucking wrote this whole thing, and then at the end he was like, "Love, Hurricane," and we're like what? So we made fun of him for that. It was pretty funny. But yeah, they took away our letter writing privileges, so that kind of sucked. So we could receive letters, but just couldn't mail any. And my mom, she actually she stepped up to the plate. She wrote me like every single day. It's pretty crazy. I didn't think that she would do that, but apparently But she wrote me every day. Just told me about her day. I couldn't even respond to like the second month. The second week. It was pretty bad. But my girlfriend didn't even write me until like the fourth week. Like I was sitting there wait. They pass out mail every day at or on the weekdays at when you're sitting in the day room, and never would I get one from her. I'm like, so I called her on that first week, the 0 week I think, or I don't know if we did 0 week or if it was first week we got a call, but called her up, and it was just like freaking tears, man, from her, not from me as much, but from her. She freaked out. She's like, Aaron, and I'm like, hey, and she just fucking crazy. And we talked for 15 minutes or whatever. I was supposed to call my parents, but she took all the time. But it was pretty sad going through those weeks. It got a little easier towards the middle, and then towards the end it got harder because it was like, well, I mean, it was harder for a different reason. It was like towards the middle, you're like, oh my gosh, I miss you so much. This sucks, and blah, blah, blah. But then towards the end, it's like, well, I miss you, but I'm going to see you in 2 weeks. So, I mean, and then it also got harder because you're like sitting there all day, like 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 1 week, 1 week, you know. But like I brought a couple pictures with me, and like before I went in, like I love my girlfriend and stuff. But after, I was like, I really, really loved her, But I've heard that story from a lot of people. There's a lot of people who they reconnected with exes and shit. Like they start sending exes their letters because they didn't have a girlfriend at the time. And I mean, whatever. Like, what I'd recommend is if you have a girlfriend, just go in and just bring a couple pictures. Tell her to actually fucking write you, unlike my girlfriend, and just kind of realize you're gonna see him again. It's not the end of the world. You're just going 2 months. It's 2 months, but yeah, you'll really start to appreciate them afterwards. Then you see him for basic training, and it's like a whole new person. It's crazy. Well, for both of you, it's kind of. Yeah, my girlfriend said she really liked it. You come out of basic and you're all ripped and stuff, so they kind of like that, and you just go wild for a weekend, and then you'll see them after tech school, or unless they're. Some people got married after. I mean, you could do that too, but I didn't. I just went, saw her, all right, see you later, and then went through tech school. 2 months. My tech school was pretty quick, so it wasn't too bad. But then came back, saw her again, and it was freaking awesome. And now our relationship's it's a lot better. Before we were contemplating breaking up, we were fighting, but now it's just like it's too stupid to fight. It's like, what's the point? We only see each other so often, So it really makes that relationship stronger. All the distance, and plus I get to do me on a daily. She gets to do her. It's perfect, But I still can't wait for the time that I get to marry her, and she's too young right now. But once we're able to, shit, that'd be awesome. Live with her and stuff, and it'll just be back to how it used to be, Let's see if there's anything else I can throw in here real quick. Let's see. If you're married, as soon as you get out of basic, you get to live with your spouse in tech school. Actually, hold the phone. I don't know if that's true. No, that's not true. You don't get to live with them. You have to live in the dorm, but they can live like off base. You can go visit them or whatever. after your hours. But no, they can't live with you. Once you get out of tech school though, then you're good. What else? You go ahead and check out. There's a couple websites that'll tell you like what your mailing address might be. So what you can do is you can like give it to them early. You just go check out. There's like a whole format for what it is. You just gotta put in like your squadron, your building number, and your name, whatever. You fill in the blanks, and then you'll be able to send letters early. But I'd say to conclude this whole thing, you know, it's not the hardest thing. It actually really helped. I'm glad we went through it. It does kind of suck only seeing them every once in a while, but you grow a love for them that you never knew you had. So it's pretty cool. So yeah, thanks for watching my videos, guys. I've actually been checking out the views and saw that you guys have really been watching. So it's awesome. I'd love to keep producing for you guys. I'd like to help. So if you have any questions at all, you know, go ahead and comment. Shoot me a PM if it's like personal, if it's a long one, whatever. I'll help you with anything you want. All right. So thanks, guys.